I work at Newfields, and I'm in the art conservation department.
And I am a studio technician at the Indianapolis Art Center.
Two artists putting the final touches on their home buying journey. A partnership between the Art Museum and INHP, called the Anchor Housing Program, gave Erinn and Shawn the opportunity to buy a home that fit their needs.
In all honesty, we'd been looking for a house for 4 years, but INHP was the one thing that made it feasible, right? Affordable, really, honestly helping a lot with the process. Even just the simple yearly checklists of these are the different things that you want to do seasonally to make sure your house stays your home.
They approached the closing table prepared, supported, and excited to create a new life in their first house.
One of the biggest factors of loving this house is how much space there is, and that I can have a studio and he can have a studio, and we can have the studio where dangerous things happen, all in our own spaces.
But 4 months after closing, it was a completely different story.
I spent most of March in a panic attack. I think as early as the beginning of March, my work started to gear up towards, you're probably going to start working from home soon, but we didn't have any answers as to what that looked like yet.
It was the uncertainty if COVID-19 would impact their job security.
And while we felt fairly comfortable, we realized that if either one of us got laid off, of like, okay, that's a major impact. And sure enough, within a week of that happening, I was laid off at the beginning of April.
With 2 incomes, our house is very affordable. On only my income, our mortgage becomes half of our total income. After so many years of owning a house being unattainable, and then for this thing to be so fresh and excited about being a homeowner and to have it so immediately crushed.
We were very lucky that I think essentially that same week, we got the notification from INHP telling us about the deferred payments.
The forbearance.
Right.
Well, we don't know what the future looks like. Let's call Ruth.
Ruth is a home ownership counselor at INHP, providing post-purchase advising to clients. Because at INHP, we provide the full spectrum of home ownership support for families with low and moderate incomes, from education to lending to closing and after closing.
Ruth, really talked me off a cliff and just told me to go apply for the forbearance, and it doesn't hurt anything. There are no consequences to just go apply for a 90-day forbearance, and then you've got 3 months to see where you're at in 3 months. He had filed for unemployment, but it took 13 weeks for his first unemployment check to show up. Right. So it was a full 4 months with only my income coming in and our savings.
Being smart money managers, they repaid the amount owed during forbearance to get back on track with their mortgage, and soon Shawn regained part-time employment. When life happens, even a pandemic, INHP's educational approach can empower families to keep what they worked hard for.
It really is so helpful to have INHP be a place where there are all these people who are really on our side, and they're just there to make us successful.
Working with a nonprofit organization as a part of our process really made us trust the organization. Like we know we can trust our lender. We know that they're going to do really what's best for us.
On a daily basis, I usually take at least a minute and go, I love my house. I'm so happy to be here. I feel so thankful, and I'm so lucky.